Pedro Gonzalez Lopez. Wait, let me check that name. Yup, it's I think it's most probably correct if I have written it correct here, because I'm a moron and I forget things. So, yup, this man, he's a big fan of passing sideways, backwards, and creating chances. He's a proper midfielder, to be exact. But is being a proper midfielder enough to win you the Ballon d'Or? Well, he got nominated for the award anyway, and now it's up to me to justify his nomination, I think. But I know that you guys might be saying, oh, he's nothing, he's just a back pass merchant, side pass merchant, and he just scores very very low scoring rates. So yup, and that is evident from his 7 goals and 10 assists in 69 matches. He is almost the Valverde of Barcelona when it comes to being in every single game for the club. Man, how tired would he have been from back passing and giving the ball sideways. I'm just joking. Do not storm at me in the comments. Well, you can give your opinion in the comment section below. I'd love to read them and argue with you guys. Alright, so he had 0.12 goals per 90 in La Liga, and that is absolutely horrendous because it's very low. And the reason I'm saying this is that people, especially a certain fan face, I mean the Barcelona fans, compare him to Jude Bellingham. First of all, Pedri Gonzalez isn't even an attacking midfielder, so the comparison is off from right here. Second, it's related to the first one. Pedri doesn't score that many goals that Bellingham does. Bellingham had an off season relatively, but still managed to score loads more goals than Pedri ever did in his entire he scored, I guess, 30 goals in his Barcelona career up until now, but Bellingham matched that record in his last season alone. So yeah, you can't really compare them. So this was just a little banter to just cut off this comparison. This does not exist at all. It's just in the heads of Barcelona fans. And he had 0.16 assists per 90. So you might say now, oh, he had very low assists as well, 10 assists in 69 games. What is that? He's a proper midfielder, he should be assisting more. Well, I do agree with that, but he is a player who likes to control the game. He's not always the one to land the decisive pass into the box to the striker or anyone up top so that he could finish it and give himself an assist. But he is the one who will be involved in the play from the back till the front and will probably get a pre-assist very often. So yeah, 0.16 assists per 90, it's still bad, but it's okay. And he had 0.28 GA per 90. Again, it's decent if we are only talking about these kind of stats. And his season long XG was 4.1, and he managed to match that because he had scored 4 goals in the league, and he scored a goal every, wait for it, 724 minutes. Again, very rarely. So and he only took 18 shots the entire league, and only 11 of them were on target. Well, to be fair, he had a great shot to goal ratio, which is 4.5, as he scored 4 goals and he had 18 shots. So you can do the math if you are capable of doing so, of course. And his season long XA was 9.64, and I think that his actual assists were 6 or 7. So this means that the strikers up top weren't able to convert Mr. Pedri's assists, his beautiful balls. Alright, now he had 2,544 attempted passes just in La Liga. Don't ask me why didn't I get his full season long stats, because ask footy stats. Why do they just give the stats of the league? We want for a player to be examined from his performances in all competitions. Footy stats, if this video gets to you, please fix that. And out of these atrocious amount of attempted passes, he was able to convert 2,261. You heard that right, 2,261 passes, which gives him a passing accuracy of 88.88. So except for the accuracy, because we can compare these passing stats to Toni Kroos. Well, I think that he had 3,000 passes in his 23-24 season, so yeah, you can't really compare him. He's almost a goat of midfield, but still, Pedri, he's young, he's still developing. He had a great season by side passing and back passing. Alright, he created 69 chances. Now, this fact alone just breaks my argument of side passes and back passes, because 69 chances are a lot, obviously, but considering he's a midfielder, so yeah, these are still very good. He attempted 57 crosses, out of which only 10 were on target, and attempted 57 dribbles, out of which 37 were completed. So that means that he had almost 60% dribble accuracy. So yep, that is very good. But this is a opinion, alright, do not take it seriously, and I'm gonna say this, that dribbling in the midfield is easier than dribbling on the wings. Yep, you heard me here, and you can argue with me in the comment sections if you like, so do that. Alright, I want comments under this video. Hear me? Okay. He was dribbled past 44 times, put in 54 tackles, and won 147 out of 257 ground duels he was involved in. Now you might say Jude Bellingham, he is also a defensive player. He controls the game from the midfield, brings it forward, gets the goal himself, comes back, defends as well, is involved in very much so many ground duels and wins most of them. Well, this season Jude Bellingham was involved in almost 300 ground duels, out of which he was able to win 200 of them. So yep, I don't know about that one. And that's that Jude Bellingham is absolutely miles ahead, although he was out for a few games due to injury, I think, and due to the red card for saying what he had to say. Alright, now let's come to Pedri González Lopez's key performances throughout the season. First of all, 6 chances created versus Benfica in the Champions League, which was an absolute banger of a game, 4-5 in Barcelona's favor, but still 6 chances really helped Barcelona, and Pedri also played very good in that match. And another one would be 5 chances created versus Sevilla. Now let's come to the ones in which he stat padded his passes. 104 passes, 4 tackles, and 11 duels won. Mind that these 3 stats were the most of any player in that game versus Celta Vigo, which was again a banger match. It was Borja Iglesias. He scored a hat-trick, but unfortunately lost 4-3. And then versus Mallorca, 106 passes, 6 chances created, And these were the games that defined that Pedri might not be a player who could just score the goals, give the assists, but he is there. He's a proper midfield presence, and who knows, Barcelona might have got a Toni Kroos on their hands here. We also got his regent, Danny Ceballos, but apparently he's leaving. So, yup. Arthur Güler might be doing well, and Dean Howson, he racks up 100 passes in every single match he plays, but he's a defender, so we'll have to match Pedri with a player of his profile. I hope we do. Alright, another one would be his goal versus Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. It was heartbreaking for me, so I would just go through it. To be honest, it was a banger from outside the box, but Madrid lost, so what good is it then? And 104 passes versus Espanyol, and 100% passing accuracy, most by a player that played 45 plus minutes in that match, and assists, sorry, oh my god, what I'm saying, and 4 chances created versus Portugal in the UEFA Nations League final. I know Spain lost that match, but in my opinion, Pedri was the best player since he came on that pitch. And I'm not talking about from Spain. He was the best on the entire pitch. Attack me all you want, but this is my opinion, so you can't really change that. But still, Pedri was let down by Alvaro Morata. This man is, I don't know what. Alright, now we have discussed the key chances. Now let's come to Pedri's chances of winning the award. Well, Antonio Cruz, the legend, the icon. And he's also an icon in FC 26. So, can't wait to play with him. Alright, so Antonio Cruz, the icon, the legend, he got nominated for the 2024 Ballon d'Or, and people were very eager to give him the chance of winning the award up until the international competition, in which he unfortunately lost to Spain. But now what's happened, Spain lost to Portugal, so Pedri missed out on another trophy. He would have gotten 4 of that season if Spain had won that match. But still, the La Liga, the Copa del Rey and the Super Cup are pretty good for a team that has just came off a trophy-less season. Yes, I'm talking about the 23-24 season. So, if Antonio Cruz can get Ballon d'Or shots, then why can't Pedri? Both are experts in passes, but I think that Pedri is more of, he'll get the ball, relieve the pressure, then just pass back. He's that kind of player. Toni Kroos, on the other hand, was involved in the play going forward even more than Pedri. And another reason is that Toni Kroos retired that season, so people wanted that he should win the Ballon d'Or so that he is forever remembered. But unfortunately that didn't happen, and another midfielder had to rob the award. Alright, now let's get to business. To be honest, after considering all the facts, all the stats, and all my opinions, I'm gonna predict that he's not obviously gonna not win the Ballon d'Or because there are much better nominees. But he might just finish in the top 20 because of his passes. The only thing Barcelona fans argue when talking about who's better between Jude Bellingham and Pedri, they say that Pedri is the better passer, and I agree with that. But still, man, passing can't get you anywhere if you don't have those assists or those goals or anything that is prominent. Alright, so yeah, that was it for my today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, and until then, adios.